Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. Appreciate you being here. And if you're new to the channel, if you're finding us for that very first time, please subscribe. If you find the information beneficial, please hit that like button. Consider becoming a member of the channel for additional information, forms, documents to help you grow your business. And then to learn more about me and my company and how we can help take your business to that next level, please check out those links below. And we're talking about closing the sale. And so one of the things I want to point you to is the link below on high impact digital marketing. Check it out. We get better and better at closing the sale. A great complement to that is getting more people to walk in your front door. Check out that link for ways to get more folks in. And so with that said, our topic here, it's the myth of price in the gym membership sale. The myth of price in the gym membership sale. Now, several things on this. So number one, if we're not careful, there's very much a tendency for particularly new salespeople, or certainly ones that are struggling, we start to sell from our own pocketbook. We start to sell from our own personal set of circumstances. Well, I couldn't afford it. Well, I don't have that kind of money. You must not either. So we want to make sure we're not selling from our own personal set of circumstances and just automatically thinking the customer, can't afford this. Or, one of the biggest mistakes of all is we start to prejudge. We look at how a person looks, how they're dressed or whatever it is we're looking at, and we'll prejudge and say, oh, well, you're not going to have money for this. You're not going to be able to afford this. And so, the myth of price, starts to work its way in there. Price isn't necessarily the issue. The issue there is us. Of course, the issue is always us, right? It's us and how we choose to view this. So I want you to think about price a little bit different here. So one of the first things when I talk about the myth of price, one of the first things that I want to suggest that you do is start to treat every customer like a buyer. It's one of the first things you can do, one of the best things you can do, because people will start to respond to you in the same manner that you treat them. And what's the opposite of treating them like a buyer? Well, we treat them like they're not. And what I mean by that is we prejudge. Oh, you're not going to be interested. You're not going to be able to afford this. And we start to treat them like they're not going to be able to afford it. Maybe not consciously, but we start to do that. We start skipping steps. We're not doing things. Treat them like a buyer. How would you treat a buyer? If somebody came in and said, hey, I've been thinking about getting started here. I want to lose some weight. I want to get back into shape. You guys look fantastic. How would you treat that person compared to someone who came in that, not sure what they want, not sure they can afford it, thinks it's a lot of money? Usually it's quite different. So first rule here on kind of this myth of price, treat everybody like a buyer. Because, here's what our job is, in my estimation, when we look at this. Our job is to have a winning attitude and follow the process. That's all it is. Now we have to know what that process is, and you can use the channel to learn about that. But have the right attitude, and sometimes, folks, we think we have the right attitude when we don't. Well, I knew they weren't going to buy. Oh yeah, they told me up front they weren't going to buy. We can't do that. That's prejudging. Winning attitude, a positive expectancy to get this done, and then follow the process. So there's a lot of things in here. That myth of price, it's not the price. That might be used as the crutch or the excuse, but that's not what it is. More often than not, it's us. And so here's one of the things you want to remember as well. People will pay to solve problems. Why do you think so many people quit your gym? The problem's not getting solved. People that are using it, getting results, generally don't leave. And you're trying to sell a membership, make sure that value is exceeding the price here. People will pay to have problems solved. They will pay to have problems solved. Solve their problem. Focus on that. Make a list of all your equipment. Make a list of all your features. What are the benefits of each one of them? And how can those benefits help solve a customer's problem? That's where you want to focus. It'll start making this a whole lot easier than maybe what it is sometimes. People will pay for solutions. Give me a solution. Man, I've been starting to work out, starting to exercise. I've done it every year. I get results, and then I backslide, I lose it, and I gain all the weight back. Give me a solution. Give them one. Give them a solution for how you can help them. This is where we want to be focused. You've heard me talk before. If we help enough people in the world get what they want, we'll get what we want. What do we want? We want the sale. We want the business. Okay, we want the revenue coming in. How do we get it? Help your customer get what they want. Solve their problem. And then have decent boldness, ask them to buy. So what do you say, Mary? Can we go ahead and get you started today? Okay, here's the thing you want to know. When the customer doesn't buy, it's not just you losing a sale. When the customer doesn't buy, you both lose. You both lose. You don't get the sale, you don't get the revenue, you don't get the business, you don't get future business that comes from that. But the customer doesn't get the results. And so often, the customer, they thought about this for a year or longer. They said they want to lose weight. They said the reason it's important is because I want to get off medication. And if they don't buy, they lose and you lose. Okay? Show the customer how you can solve their problem and ask them to buy. Mary, becoming a member here really is a simple process. Mary, becoming a member here and getting the results we're talking about really is a simple process. Shall we begin? Okay. And the last thing I'll talk about here on kind of the myth of price is the cost of waiting must exceed the cost of buying. What is the cost of buying? Well, some money. I've got to start coming in. What is the cost of that? Well, what is the cost of waiting? Your customer says they want to lose 20 pounds, and you ask them, how long have you been thinking about it? 20 years. What's been the cost? Maybe they're on blood pressure medication. Maybe they're on cholesterol medication. Maybe they're on other medications. Maybe their clothes don't fit. Maybe they lack confidence. Maybe they lack self-esteem. It's a big cost. But the thing you want to remember here, the cost of waiting must exceed the cost of buying. Okay, it's the myth of price. Okay, build the value of it, solve your customers' problems. Take a look at some of this. See which ones can fit you. Okay, and if you have questions about this, drop it in the comments below. I want to hear from you, and we'll answer some of those questions on future videos to help take you to that next level and really help you maximize your sales production, either as a company or as an individual. So folks, my name is Jim Thomas. My company is Fitness Management and Consulting. I appreciate you being here at the channel today. And if you've not yet done so, please subscribe. Please hit the like button. Consider becoming a member. And then to learn more about me and my company, please check out those links below. And we'll look forward to seeing you all in that next video.